Well, if this quilt could talk, it would say, I was made by a bride-to-be in Albany, New York, but never quilted, because it was believed the future groom was killed in the Civil War. So the story continues when private historical persons acquired the unquilted backing along with the amber type of what they believe is the woman who actually designed it. They later sold it to the Museum of American Folk Art in New York City in 1979 for $20,000. The craftsman Biano Bondrick unearthed the original drawings. She then made patterns for the 20 squares and the border. The completed quilt measures 88 by 70.5 inches. The animals and drawings were made from newspaper illustrations. The race horses that you see there are actually race horses that raced during the Civil War. The quilt is appliqué from cotton, silk, wool, and velvet. I saw a piece in the House Beautiful magazine issue in February of 1982, and it was issued for a kit that you could send for $150. Well, I fell in love with it, so I sent for it. The quilt must be outlined on muslin backing, then appliqué fabric cut for each drawing, then appliqué, embroidered, and finally quilted. I began the quilt in 1982, right after I saw it in the magazine, because I couldn't wait to start it. And I finished it 20 years later in 2007. Every stitch is by hand. And that's my story. Now who has another story?